Hey everyone, I just wanted to take a few minutes and kind of walk you through your email marketing course so you have a better idea of what this semester is going to look like. So this is, as you probably already know, an 8-week course. So we're going to do quite a bit each week for the next 8 weeks, but hopefully you'll find it beneficial, and I think you're going to like a lot of the things that we're doing. So I just wanted to kind of show you where everything's at and kind of give you a good feel for the course. So if you look up here, you'll see these tabs here, and by now some of you are already familiar with how Blackboard works, but content is where you will find the meat of your class, so like your assignments, your discussions, quizzes, etc. Announcements here is where I will send announcements to you. It could be just important reminders, any events or due dates. I typically also have these sent to your UAPTC email, so make sure you check that email regularly. Discussions here is just kind of a shortcut of where you can jump to your discussions, but you'll also find these in your weekly module, which I will show you as well. Gradebook, this is where you will find all your grades, and I'm pretty good at keeping up with them very regularly. So if you have any questions at all, or you think you see something missing, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. This messages tab here is where you can send me a message like an email, but here in Blackboard Shell. So you can send me a message here, you can send me a message via UAPTC email, whichever you prefer, but that is where you can contact me as well. Okay, so here you will see your start here module, and this is where everybody should start. And here you'll find information about me if you click here. Remind info. So I use Remind in this class to send important reminders of due dates or anything else that I see you may need to know. And so if you sign up for that, it'll come to your phone like a text. Only send them once or twice a week, tops. So no biggie. It's also a good way for you to actually send me a message. So it comes to my phone sort of like a text message. It is probably the quickest way to get a hold of me because I'm not always at my desk looking at email, but most of my students love it. So take a minute, and if you sign up by this Sunday, you will get bonus points. So make sure to check that out. Syllabus, you'll find this. Make sure you read it thoroughly and then take this course agreement form test here, saying that you've just kind of read everything and agree with the syllabus. And then here's your course schedule where I kind of break it down by week and kind of give you an outline of what we will be doing. And in the rest of this module, you'll find required textbooks material, which is your student book, which I'll show you, our course learning outcomes, and other helpful information. So you'll see that I have each week broken down into weekly modules. And we have 8 weeks in this course. You won't see all of this right away, but you see this is kind of how I have it laid out. There are 10 chapters in this class, in this textbook, if you will. So we'll spend 5 weeks going through the textbook. So we'll have 2 chapters a week, and then we'll spend 2 full weeks of doing just simulations. And so with this actual class, some of you have taken social media marketing. So if you have, you're familiar with the simulations, but we will be doing email marketing simulations as well. But it's a little bit different because the way this class is laid out, you go through the entire textbook before you actually start doing simulations. So you will not be doing them at the same time. So some of you may be rejoicing, I don't know, but it's laid out a bit differently. So in each weekly module, you will see and this one's a little bit different, week 1, because we have our introductions and remind bonus and stuff like that. But in each weekly module, you'll see I've broken it down by chapters, okay? And so like here in week 3, we'll be going over chapters 3 and 4. So everything for chapter 3, I have in your chapter 3 materials folder, and everything in chapter 4, you see I have your chapter 4 materials folder. So just kind of give you a quick view of what that looks like, and I try to just keep it as organized as possible, and so that it makes it easy for you to be able to find things, okay? And so do the same thing. So here, if you look here, you will see every week I tell you exactly what you have due. So you here with week 1, I tell you what chapters we are covering, so chapters 1 and 2, and then it says you have the following assignments due this week: your introduction, course agreement test, your segmentation, chapter 2 segmentation strategy assignment, your chapters 1 and 2 quizzes, and then your remind bonus. Okay, so every week will be like that. So if you question what you have due, you can come back here and kind of use this as a checklist to make sure that you've done everything. But you'll see that if there's something that's not involved, like if it is a chapter, like chapters 1 and 2 materials, but here the remind bonus and introduction, stuff like that, that's going to be by itself since it's not associated with the chapter. But that's how I have each week kind of broken down for you, just to make it as easy as possible. And you know, next week is spring break, so you don't have any thing for next week. So but that's how I have the meat of the class broken down too. So you'll see we'll go through the textbook for the first 5 weeks, and then weeks 6 and 7 will fully be simulations, which we will talk about a little bit later in the semester. But we have 8 rounds of simulations. So you'll do 4 rounds one week and 4 rounds the next week. It can be kind of intense, but I think you're actually going to enjoy it, because you'll be able to take all of this information that we've learned in the first 5 weeks and apply it, like hands-on apply it in simulations, and learning that hands-on for email marketing. So I think you'll actually really enjoy it. So the book that we use is Stu Kent, and if you've taken social media marketing, it's the same publisher. And so here it is. I have it linked. All right. So here's the link. And if you have purchased it from the bookstore, you should have a code. So once you go in here, it'll ask you for your code. So it'll just take me to Stu Kent because I'm already, signed up. You'll put your sign in. It'll take you to your book. Okay. But if you have not purchased a code from the bookstore, it'll give you an option to actually purchase it. So you have a couple of options. You can purchase the code from the bookstore. You can purchase it directly from Stu Kent. You do save about, I don't know, don't quote me, but maybe around $50. But obviously you can't use financial aid to purchase it straight from Stu Kent. So it just depends if you're paying out of pocket or not, whether it be worth your while. But when you click this link, it'll take you to Stu Kent. So you should get those options. Now Stu Kent is also part of our All Access. So that is, the All Access is if you have several books that are in the All Access, you can just use your All Access code and it works for all your books. So it saves you money if you have several classes that use the All Access, and this class does. So just a little FYI, and I put that information in there for you as well. And you'll see here, like when you get into your chapters, I have linked. So there's things like discussions and some assignments you'll be doing in Blackboard, but your quizzes you'll be taking in Stu Kent. But you'll see I have linked them. So when you click on like chapter 1 quiz, it'll take you, once you're signed in, it'll say launch chapter 1 chapter 1 quiz. Sorry, you click on it, and it will take you to your actual quiz in Stu Kent. So, so you see that there. But that's really the majority of the class, and I just kind of wanted to give you a rundown so you could kind of feel around and get a good feel for the class so you become comfortable with it. We'll be Zooming a little bit more throughout the semester, but I just kind of wanted to make this video to give you a good head start. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, and I will be chatting with you soon.